Hello and welcome back to the Canaries Chat channel. Today we have another transfer kind of announcement video after Mirko Topic was announced at 7 last night. It has been announced that Jovon Makama has signed for us at 8 o'clock. So we're leaving the announcements later on in the day, but that is 2 on the bounce now. That takes us to our 11th senior player that we have signed. An extremely busy transfer window for Norwich, and I would fully expect some outgoings to happen now, but I think we can all agree we probably did need a bit of a shake up with getting plenty of people in, so can't argue with that at all. But yeah, we've signed Makama from Lincoln, 21-year-old striker. He's 6 foot. He's not kind of had loads of experience as of yet. A lot of kind of Lincoln fans, you look through the comments, are describing him as like a raw talent, needs a bit of nurturing, has kind of exploded onto the scene now as of last year, and is really getting his opportunity to shine. So I think we needed reinforcements in the striker position. He can play on the wing, but primarily his position is striker. I think this also helps Cernat cement himself as a number 10 potentially, because we've got Fitzgoran. We've still got Sard, remember, he is not gone yet, and then we'd have Makama, and then you'd have potentially Cernat. So he could be kind of fourth in the striker position, which for me is absolutely fine. I think he's exceeding his expectations at number 10 at this point in time, so I don't think there's any issues there. But yeah, in regards to Makama, last year he made 38 league appearances, scored 7 goals, 3 assists. And then the year before he still had 33 appearances. Most of those were from the bench, and he got 2 goals. And the season before that he had 8 appearances. So over the course of 97 total appearances, whether that's cup and league, he has scored 15 goals. So again, not super prolific numbers, but we're investing in a talent to come good further down the line. A lot of kind of Lincoln fans were looking at the signing and saying that they would want at least 7 digits, and that's what they've got. They've got 1.2 million initial fee. There may be further add-ons. I was actually a little bit surprised. I thought we'd pay around 700,000-800,000, but it just shows the club's belief that Makama will be one of the players to kind of help push Norwich forwards. Just quickly, about 70% of the people watching this video are not subscribed. We've set a very audacious goal of trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the transfer window. So if you're enjoying the Norwich City content, want to come along on the journey, click the subscribe button down below. And if you want to support the channel even more, become a member, click the link in the description, and that'll take you there to the membership screen. In regards to Makama's career, so he's had loan spells at Gainsborough Trinity, 23 appearances, 8 goals. That was in 21-22. He had 5 appearances for Brackley, 22-23. And he actually came through the Derby Academy. And then, he went over, I believe it was around the 2020 time that he moved over to Lincoln, and signed his first professional contract there at 2021. So I think it's a very promising kind of asset in regards to what he's done. He scored 7 goals last year in the league. 3 of those did come against Bristol Rovers with his first hat-trick. That was in March 2025. And supposedly that was the first time a Lincoln graduate has scored a hat-trick since 1980. So a pretty big achievement there. And he was also named the EFL Young Player of the Month back in March as well. He got 5 goals and 3 assists in that month. So it does really feel like towards the end of the season he took off a lot. And I've watched a few of kind of highlights that, I'll be honest, it wasn't a player that I was extremely knowledgeable about. So done some research. He's about 6 foot and he's quite physical. Like, he's willing to put his body in the way. Reminds me a little bit like at the way Carlton Morris would play, so like physical, gets his body in the way, and then yeah, the goals that I've seen, very nice finishes, and I think there's definitely talent there to be worked with. Liam Manning's obviously in the past worked with players and brought them through the setups, and that's one of the strengths, and that's one of the reasons why he brought him in. Don't forget, we brought him in to help progress youth players, and make the current youth players better, and any youth players that we bring in, make them also exceed. So in regards to kind of a matchup, I think it makes pretty decent sense personally. He also received Lincoln's Young Player of the Season award as well, which, to be honest, if you're scoring a hat trick, is probably to be expected in regards to that. And yeah, in regards to comments that he's made about joining Norwich, he goes on to say it's a very big club. The facilities that they have here are amazing. The community and the club as a whole is something that interested me. Obviously, we pride ourselves on being a very community-based football club. And I mean, Jack Stacey's a prime example of you integrate yourself in the community and there's a huge impact that you can make. And Jack Stacey's really excelled at that. He's won awards for just how good he is at doing that. And if that is something that interests Makama, then we've got kind of a shining example there. He says the perfect time in his career to step up and face a new challenge, which, let's be honest, this is a step up from Lincoln. I do think he will come in as a bit part player. He'll play cup games and that he'll come off the bench to try and impact games. The real question is if Sarge stays. I think there's probably less game time there for him, but equally if Sarge goes, I don't know if we may go out and buy another striker potentially, or we'd say, you know what, we'll go Fitzgoran, we'll go Makama, and we'll go Cernat as our three. And then if Sarge stays, brilliant. If not, we've still got three players that are capable of playing striker. That is a genuine possibility. I don't know if this hints either way of Sarge staying or not, but it's certainly one just to keep an eye on, because there's still no rumours around Sarge leaving at all, and every day we're going past is another day closer to the transfer window shutting. So we can only keep our fingers crossed that we keep Sarge. It definitely looks like he'll be here for Millwall, which is great, and it also maybe takes a little bit of pressure off the likes of Fitzgoran, the likes of Makama as well, around kind of having to step up straight away. So certainly an interesting kind of dynamic there. Ben Napper goes on to say, we're delighted to welcome Jovon to Norwich City. He's a young player with quite a unique profile and big potential. He's been developing well in the last couple of years particularly, and we feel he's now ready to take the next step in his career, which is kind of what he kind of alluded to. He offers obvious physicality and athleticism. He's able to operate in multiple roles offensively. He's a really interesting player, and he's someone that will offer us something different. That's what we're talking about around. He can play across those three. He can play as a striker and on the wings as well. He predominantly is striker, but he has been known to play on the wing as well. So I think there seems to be a running theme with signings that were signed. Fitzgoran is a prime example. Can play striker, can also play on the wing. Bromby fans don't like the idea of him playing on the wing, which is absolutely fair, but it is a position he has played before. So it does seem like we're kind of following that trend. Cernat is very similar as well. He goes, we're excited to see how he can help improve and develop further, and we'll show you fit into the group that we've built here really well. So yeah, I think that's a great signing. We have signed him on a 3-year deal with an option of additional 24 months. So again, another kind of long contract that if it's going well, we can just trigger those extensions and make sure that he's not going on the cheap if he's doing really well and people are looking to buy him. Or if he's not maybe at the level that we thought we were, it's not a huge contract and that we've got 3 years and that's that. He won't be on a lot of money. So it seems a win-win for Norwich in that sense. And he will be wearing the number 24, my lucky number. So yeah, he will be wearing the number 24 as well, which is great to see. The numbers came out today. 24 was free, and number 7, I believe, is still free as well, which is interesting. There's still no other rumours around other attacking players, so I'm not sure anything there is happening, but it Does seem a little bit odd to keep number 7 free, in my opinion anyway. Club go on to say around him starting his football journey with Derby, and he joined Lincoln age 16, signed his first professional contract in 2021. And then, yeah, he hit 11 goals and 6 assists across all competitions last year, and that he will be with the squad ahead of Millwall, which, again, as I said, it adds a different dynamic. It should take the pressure off players that are looking to potentially step up if Sarge does go. Sarge looks like he's going to be here for Millwall, so it could be like a slow introduction there, which for me is the best case scenario. Leave a comment down below. Had you ever heard of Makama? If you had, what do you think of the signing? If you haven't, what do you think of the signing? 1.2 million for a player that was playing for Lincoln's quite a lot of money. Obviously, we signed Sean Raggett from Lincoln, and he was meant to come in with very high hopes, and that didn't necessarily go to plan. So if this is another one of those, not ideal, but it does seem that our scouting system is really picking out player profiles as well as players, but players that fit what we want. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. It makes perfect sense to kind of strengthen that front line. But leave a comment down below on what you think. If you've enjoyed the video, like and subscribe as always. We're going to be doing a Millwall preview coming up very soon as well, just before the Millwall game. We've got our game week 1 predictions on the channel as well, so make sure you watch those to see how badly wrong I get it. And yeah, hope everyone enjoys the rest of your evening, and we'll probably see you tomorrow for another video.